So we're going to answer 3 and 4 together now. Compare the types of numbers, use what you know about a number line to explain your reasoning. So it says, which is greater, a negative or a positive rational number? Well, first of all, we got to remember what a rational number is, right? Rational number is any number that can be expressed as A over B, where B does not equal 0, okay? So it could be 5 halves, but it also could be 5 over 1 or just the whole number 5. And we've worked with rational numbers in the past. This is just asking which one is greater, a negative or a positive. Well, it's always a positive. Rational number is greater because positive's to the right of 0. Negative's automatically going to be left of 0. Any number that's further right on a number line is going to be larger. Problem B, which is greater, 0 or any positive rational number? Any positive rational number is going to be bigger because it's going to be to the right of 0 on the number line. Which is greater, 0 or any negative rational number? 0 is going to be greater because 0 is going to automatically have to be to the right of any negative number because all negative numbers live left of 0 on the number line. How do you decide which two numbers is greater if both are positive? Whichever number is further to the right. We don't even have to do that, though. We know our numbers. We know how to tell place value. We know where 5 is going to be on the number line in relation to 9. We know where 15 is going to be in the relation to 19, or we know that 150 is going to be less than 190. So we're good at that. But now we can apply that skill to the two numbers if they're negative, okay? Whichever would be furthest to the left. This is where it gets a little different because if I have a number like -5 right here, I have to go to the left to get to -9. Now the -9 is going to be smaller than the -5 because it's further to the left. So we're going to work with that in something called absolute values as we get further into this lesson. So let's move on to question 4. Question 4 says your 6th grade cousin goes to school in a different state. His math class has not yet started comparing integers. Write him an email explaining how to compare any two numbers. Be sure to include 1 or 2 examples. So we would want to include comparing positive to positive, comparing negative to negative, and comparing positive to negative. And then you'd have to include 0 in there somehow too. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. This is one of the reasons I don't like distance learning. One of the many, we normally would take a problem like this and talk it out together and share our ideas and maybe even come up with a definition together. But just make sure that you understand you need to know how to compare positive to positive numbers, negative to negative numbers, positive to negative numbers, and then including definitions and what 0 means when you're working with positive and negative numbers. So hopefully this helped. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you all very soon.